And now, Friday Night Fever with Mike Ludlam.
Good evening, everyone. We start with a battle in the Big Five. Number 1 Menominee at home, hosting a pretty darn good number 4 squad of Kingsford Flivers. Opening drive, Ben Morrow reversing in the backfield, and this is going to get some movement going for the Maize and Blue as he scissors all over the field inside the 10-yard line. Then Menominee puts one in. Nathan Nowak. Maroons up 7-3. That Kingsford run led to a field goal. Second quarter, Flivers, Brandon Kowakowski finds Sam Santi on the screen, and Santi says hello and goodbye. 10-7 Kingsford, but after a wild second half, Menominee is your winner, 27-24. Meanwhile, another Great Northern Conference game. Let's go to Marquette. Marquette leads Gladstone 20-0. Second quarter, Ben Schwalbach looking for a receiver, but Peyton Muljo, Sam Vallon, and a few others don't give Schwalbach a lot of time. That would force a punt. That did not go very far. For Marquette, quarterback Scott Tripp hands to Jack Kochevar, and oh my goodness, look at all the room he has. I think I could have scored. 25 yards, extra point good, 27-0 Marquette. Next, Gladstone drive. Schwalbach in trouble. He channels his inner Teddy Bridgewater and underhands it to Owen Carlson. He gets the first down. A couple plays later, Schwalbach is back to work, and he has time to roll right, set up, and fires for Hunter Garling right in front of me. Yes, he pulls the ball in for a 39-yard touchdown. Gladstone is on the board, but Marquette goes on to win this one, 46-16. To the Westpac, Calumet getting fired up to take on Hancock. First quarter action for the Copper Kings. I bet Robert Urkela gets the football somewhere in the sequence. Oh, there it is. And it's a touchdown, 21 yards, and the Copper Kings are rocking and rolling. Then the halfback option pass, Chase Anderson hits Chad Razio, and this is good for 35 yards, and needless to say, first down. Urkela will get the ball back on another Calumet drive, and Urkela cuts and cuts some more, and guess where he ends up? Yes, the blue end zone of Finlandia, 25 yards in the score. He was over 200 yards rushing and 4 touchdowns. Calumet your winner, 46-12. Hop in the car, let's go to Houghton, where the Gremlins were taking on West Iron County. Pick up the action here in quarter number 3. Houghton leading 22-16. Sam Killar fumbles, but Casey Lentowich falls on it in the end zone for a touchdown. Bonus. Gremlins lead increases. For West Iron County, Phil King is going to get the football, and he's going to take it up the middle. And he keeps breaking arm tackles, and when you do that, you get into the end zone for 12 yards. Wycon's keeping it close. But Killar will go up the middle for a 9-yard score. And I just realized I wrote this score down backwards. The real winner is Houghton. Houghton won this one, 44-22. To the scoreboard. In the Mid-Peninsula Athletic Conference, Ishpeming blanks Norway 40-0. Quarterback Brock Aho was injured for Negaunee, but the Miners rolled over Gwynn 55-22. Iron Mountain blanks Westwood. That was 28-0. And Munising downs Manistee by the count of 55-0. Now let's go to the teams in the Little Five. Number 1, St. Ignace on the road against Johannesburg Lewiston, the Cardinals. Both teams undefeated. Brandon Huff tosses the ball to Logan Huff. Family connection, yeah, works for a touchdown. Cardinals up by a score. To the other way, Gage Kresge hands it off to David LeVake, and he plows in, so the Saints are in business. Kresge not only plays quarterback, he does a whole bunch of other things, including punt returner. Gets the ball around the 25-30-yard line. Now he's on the 30. Cuts back, breaks a cheap tackle, goes around that guy. He's going to break another cheap tackle, and finally gets brought down after a big return. Then, unfortunately, Kresge's going to throw an interception. Logan Huff with the pick, and a strong Cardinals first half. But guess what? Didn't matter, because in the second half, St. Ignace rallies and goes on to win 27-21. So the Saints, number 1, the Little Five poll, have a pretty good chance of staying there next week. Back to Baraga County. How about Lakeland and Hubble and Lawrence? Blake Dupe Oh, he's going to cut toward the TV camera because he knows if he cuts toward the camera, he has a really good chance of getting on TV. And that is good for a 33-yard gain. The Lakes get it down to Blake Dupe touchdown range. And that's touchdown. Very good. Lakes lead 30-14 over the L'Anse Purple Hornets. Lakeland and Hubble gets a little tricky. Oh, let's just keep flipping the ball around, figure out who's got it. And it's Brendan Middleton who ends up with it, but the Hornets defense not fooled by all the trickery on that play. Kyle Lake with the tackle. Lakes, Arthur Lyons to Lucas Klein, and he's going to get his way down to the 1-yard line with a couple seconds to go in the half. Mark Leaf says, boy, it'd be nice if we get, stop him. Didn't happen. Touchdown, and Lakeland and Hubble went on to win 51-14. To good old Newberry, where the Striped Sox of the Forest Park Trojans taking on the Indians. Jake Donnell getting the handoff for Forest Park, and he's going to hop over one person and dive into the end zone. A 2-point conversion is good. It's 8-0 Trojans. Second quarter, Forest Park through the air. Connor Keserly finds Adam Hilberg, and Adam's going to do a nice job, breaks that arm tackle, and yeah, he's doing just fine. 14-0. Now, watch very carefully. Newberry has a good quarterback and a good receiver. Watch Reese Ulke. Nice little one-hand grab there. That would set up a 1-yard touchdown run by Jeff Rahali, and it would be 14-6 at the half. However, Forest Park rallies to win this one by the count of 44-24. Donnell had 266 yards and 4 touchdowns rushing for the Trojans. Back to thou scores. Good ball game down at Harris. North Dickinson trailed 22-6, came back to tie it at 22, but the Broncos scored the last touchdown and prevailed 30-22. Hurley defeats Gogebic 54-28. Northland Pines a winner over Ironwood. That score is 35-6. And Sault Ste. Marie's offense was good. Defense, maybe not. Like Fenton, the victory with 42-33. Time for some 8-man football. The #1 team of the UP, the North Central Jets in white, taking on Baraga. Bobby Kleiman takes the opening kickoff, and was Bobby even touched? That's a good question. I've been told the answer was not really. 72 yards to the house, 11 seconds in. It's 8-0. Oh, sure, I'll say it. Jets, Jets. Ooh, that was a killer block. And Tyler Bentley will get that touchdown. It's 16-0 after, oh boy, that's 3.5 minutes or so. And here we go again. Look, all they do is score. Handoffs, doesn't matter. Jason Whitens actually does go to the air, and he's going to throw for Kleiman, and he's a couple yards open. That's not good news if you're in the secondary. 74 yards for the third score of the game. It was 66-6 Jets at the half, and that would be your final. North Central remains undefeated. On the 8-man scoreboard, North Central is #1. Rapid River was #2. Engadine upends the Rockets 62-30. Cedarville has no trouble with Pelston, 50-0 Trojans. Posen gets a road win over Pickford 37-20. The Battle of Ontonagon County goes to ETC. The Panthers defeat the Gladiators 12-6 in overtime. And it was Bel Air defeating Brimley. That score was 41-6. When we come back, we'll catch up with some college volleyball. Dominic Yoder and the NMU volleyball team continue their 5-game homestand, and tonight they host the Storm of Lake Erie. NMU was up 2-0 and cruising along in the third. Autumn Mansma, Jamie Hogaboom, Bridget Bustle with the kill, and the Wildcats have a 13-10 lead. Next, it is Mansma, Hogaboom, Anna Aycock with the Thunder, and it's 15-11 Wildcats. Are we done? Not by any means. Alex Berger, the pass to Hogaboom. And then Madison Whitehead says, sure, I'll put that one down right there. 16-12 NMU. They go on to win the set, and they take the match 3-0. So the Wildcats pick up a victory tonight. On the scoreboard, also in GLIAC volleyball, it was Findlay defeating Lake Superior State 3-0. Michigan Tech loses its first conference match to Ashland 3-0. Coach Matt Jennings said team just wasn't quite in sync tonight. Hopefully that can change tomorrow when Lake Erie takes on Michigan Tech and Ashland goes to Northern. Also in college volleyball, it was Finlandia defeating Alvaro 3-2. Marina Dalton had 14 kills. 16-14 in the fifth set, by the way, just 2 points difference in the entire match. And Maranatha Baptist took it to Finlandia 3-0. WIAC women's soccer, it was Ohio Dominican picking up a 3-0 win over the Wildcats. And also in Ohio, the Huskies fall to Walsh 1-0. And we will be right back. In the world of baseball, the Tigers used a 2-run homer by Rajay Davis to defeat the Minnesota Twins 6-4. The Chicago Cubs' hopes of getting a playoff spot put off for now. They fell to Pittsburgh this afternoon 3-2. College football tomorrow, NMU at Michigan Tech, 7 o'clock Eastern time right here on TV6. Elsewhere, Michigan State hosts Central Michigan. Brigham Young visits Ann Arbor to take on Jim Harbaugh and the Wolverines. Football for Sunday, well, it's easy. The Lions have the night game against the Denver Broncos. That's right here on TV6. Kickoff about 8:30. Pre-game coverage starts at 7 o'clock. The Green Bay Packers play Monday night as they take on the Kansas City Chiefs. Elsewhere, there is plenty of high school volleyball tomorrow as the Marquette is hosting an invitational. A couple of football games, Escanado's homecoming football game against Detroit Country Day, and in 8-man football, Stevenson visits Superior Central. And that will do it for this edition of Friday Night Fever. Thanks for tuning in and have a great weekend.